I got that car to run after 7 months of not moving. Today we are going to take it on its first test drive in 7 months, and in addition to that, we are going to continue wide bodying the car and getting it one step closer to being able to drive on the road. So all that and more today, finally in this video on Phil is Super. We're on the road! But first, let me tell you a super frustrating part because, yeah, my last video, I said I was done.
I think the time as pursuing this as a career is, at least for now, coming to an end.
Which I kind of was and still am. I'm not doing YouTube full time, but I'm still doing videos on this side. But pretty much what happened was I recorded that last video, I went inside, I uploaded it, I got mad, I was like, what the heck? I just want to let off some steam. I'm just going to go out and tinker on the car just for a bit. 30 minutes later, I figured out exactly what's wrong with the car. This right here is the issue. See, this is the valve cover that I had from the white donor Mitsubishi 3000 GT. When I pulled the covers off of this car, way back when I first got it, the reason I did it was to fix a valve cover leak in the back. Now the valve covers on this car, they were in great condition. They were just red. And so I thought to myself, I got a set of extra valve covers that are wrinkle painted black, so let's just throw those on. I should have done a little research. Now for the most part, the valve covers fit on exactly the same as they would in the other car. However, what I didn't know is that right here on this valve cover on the newer editions, there is a hump because the cam timing system is different. To show you guys exactly what that looks like, this is the cam timing system from the first gen 3000 GT. And it has this big old timing thing in the back that goes in and just runs straight off the shaft of the cam gear or camshaft itself. And here's what it looks like on my 3000 GT. That's right, it's a plate, which means it means that it just got smashed. Yeah, here's a picture of what it looked like. So with all that being said, I was able to go ahead and pull out the valve cover, pull off that plate, pound it flat, take a while to get all the timing stuff back on, put it all back together, and now the car does this. So yeah, it runs, but there's still some issues with it, and admittedly, I don't actually know exactly what they are. I tinkered with so many things trying to get this car running that I'm sure I messed with just enough to make it run well, but not perfect. However, it's running. For the first time in 7 months, this car's been able to move on its own, and wow. Oh my gosh, that is a huge step in the right direction. So as I continue to progress with getting this car running better, one of the things that I want to do is get it to a point so when it is running well, I can start driving it. Although the fenders are on right, the side skirts are on okay, it's not at a point where I feel comfortable driving on the road and knowing that A, I'm gonna get back with the side skirt, and B, that I'm not gonna end up slicing my tire up completely on accident. Because if we come to the back side here, you will see that I have spacers, well, essentially just cardboard boxes in right now, holding the fenders in the correct position. And this brings us on to our big goal for today, which is laying a bunch of fiberglass in order to get this car at a point where the body's actually held on at a strong level. So let me show you what this is going to look like, because I kind of started already. Here you can start to see the first draft of how we're going to approach filling this body kit in. And a large part is just using masking tape. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mask over all the areas, like in back here where this will blend in smoothly, there on the side skirts, and of course here on the front as well, making it blend in super smooth. But this is the overall idea. Now after doing it this way, I did realize that there's an easier way to do it. You see, this plan fits exactly what I had in my mind, which was that I lay tape over the areas that I want to make it smooth. I'll lay the fiberglass over top, I'll pull it all off, trim it down, and then reseal it back on. And then from there we can go to the smoothing process, which isn't a bad idea. However, I think I could do it a little more efficiently. So if you guys come a little closer, I'll show you exactly my new plan. If you come in super close, you'll notice that, well, the fiberglass actually starts attaching right here to the body, yet it continues to go all the way up. So what we're going to do is, as we lay the tape over top like we normally do, we're then going to cut it right along this line, about a centimeter up from where it starts connecting, but then we're still gonna lay the fiberglass as normal. We'll sand down this top so it has something to stick to, and then we just have to blend this super tiny bump that'll be completely unnoticeable, and this will actually cut out the middleman of having to take the tape off.
Philip, you idiot! You're leaving tape on the car. That's so bad.
Now, why is that bad? Do you have a reason? You don't have a reason. So that's the plan for this side. We're gonna go ahead and lay all our tape down, and then we're gonna come through and cut it, and then we can go ahead and lay our fiberglass over top. It's been a while since we've done it, but sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. Philip, your head cut off half of that shot. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a time lapse of getting this car, oh my goodness, one step closer to perfection. Mwah! Can't believe this car runs. Let's get to work. Oh. Okay, so we just last finished up putting fiberglass on the outside, so now everything is securely connected to the car, which is great. In the meantime, while that is finishing drying up, we're gonna move around to the back side of the car because I pulled something off of the white car that I really wanna put on. It's the middle garnish for the taillight. This one looks fine and it has a 3000 GT on it. However, I do wanna switch this over because I just like this look a little better. So it's a direct replacement. We're gonna go ahead and pull the old one out and put the new one back on. I guess the other way around. Old one on, new one out. This goes there. All right, let's go ahead and get this part done. With the taillights done, the next thing that we have on our list of things to do is our diffuser. So we're gonna go ahead and start by jacking up the car, hop underneath, and let's get this attached. Perfect. So the way that we're going to mount this up is by using riv nuts. They're my absolute favorite, and we're going to go ahead and mount them to the bottom side of the car and then use some of the pre-existing holes that we have here, widen them out, and then use bolts to fit them through to mount this to the car. That's really all it takes to hook up a diffuser. So without further ado, let's hook up a diffuser. Oh, wrong one.
Wrong
This
one?
hole.
Oh.
It's all right.
Oh, I wasn't even looking.
Yep. Yeah, it's fine. Yo. All right. Boom. At this point, we've done the flares, we've done the taillights, we've done the diffuser, the car's running, but at the beginning of this video, I said, today we are gonna take it on its first test drive in 7 months. And well, it ain't driving yet, because there's a bit of an issue. Whenever I hit the gas, the car stutters a lot. Now the car isn't actually driving yet, it's only running. And what I mean by that is that we're having a little bit of a fuel issue or something along those lines. Because what's happening is when I start the car up, it takes a few cranks before it'll actually start. And then when I do start, if I hit the gas, the car dies. So I really have to let the car warm up before I could even move it into first gear and out of the garage like you guys saw. So there's a few things that could be causing this issue, but one of the ones that I'm leaning towards might be the fuel pump. I don't know if the pump in the car has ever been replaced, so I think it'd be a good idea if we went ahead and replaced that. So we're gonna start off by pulling the fuel pump off of the white donor car. Luckily, I'm a really good mechanic, so all I need to do is this, and then we have the fuel pump ready to go in. So let's go ahead and open up the trunk, get the old fuel pump out, the old pumple. Okay. So let's go ahead and open up the trunk, pull the old fuel pump out, put this one in, then see if we have our problem fixed. If not, we'll go to the next solution, but sometimes you just gotta stab in the dark. Let's go. Fuel pump is now on. Let's see if all our problems have now gone away. Well, that was a whole lot of nothing, and we now have two possible options. Option number one, I tinker with this for a long time, another few weeks, and never find the exact issue and ultimately concede and cry. Or I do figure out the issue in another 7 months. Option number B, heck it, we ball. We take the car as it is right now, let it warm up so that way we could actually use the gas before we take it on a drive, and then see how things turn out. And I like that option because I've already shoved a lot in this video towards you guys, and if you're still here, you're heckin' great. That's why. Anyway, we do have one last thing to fix before we go to the test drive. I know this is taking a little bit of time, but you're getting a lot, so I'm not too upset about it. If you remember, we still have these spacers back there in the car holding the fender in place. So the short and sweet answer of what I want to do is I want to go ahead and put in something a little more permanent. Pretty much I just want to stick a piece that will connect to this bottom part and fit in this gap right here. I just said it's a permanent thing, but that is totally temporary because I just want to drive this car. My eyebrows look funny. So luckily for us, we actually have some spare fiberglass hiding in that corner, just out of focus. Boom, there it is. And we're gonna go ahead and trim that up and then use that to hold these fenders in place, just so we could have a test drive without them coming in and cutting up the wheels. So let's go ahead and do that, toss those in, and then next clip after that, we're gonna be driving this thing. Yes, I know I hot glued them. Deal with it. It's temporary. But the car is out. I've let it warmed up. It's smoking up a storm. It's burning some oil. However, it's time for its first drive. I've taken it up and down the driveway like 10 or 12 times just to make sure it's driving well enough to go on a quick test drive. We're gonna do something super short, pretty much down the street, turn around and come back. That's all we're looking to do. Then we'll call it good there. So let's hop in, try to film as best I can, and we'll make this work. This is as good as a camera angle as it's getting. All right, I hope you guys can hear me because we're rolling. Actually, I'm gonna have to move that again because that's right where my shifter is. Who would have thought? You know what? Here's the deal. Let's hope it works. Let's give it a quick run. Oh, I also forgot to put the fuel cover back on, so a little grindy. We are going. We're on the road. Whoa, and it shifted into third gear. What the heck? It didn't do that the first time I had it. I am very cautious, but we're driving. Something is flapping, so I'm gonna turn in here and then pull a U-turn. Okay, well the car hasn't died. That's good. We're just gonna go and find a spot to turn around. Ooh, that's stuttering good. Okay, sweet, a spot to turn around. Let's head home and get this home safe. Oh, it's not rubbing at full lock either, which is good. Oh my gosh, I'm just blurting out all my thoughts right now. I have no idea if you could even see me or if this is even recording. Just don't die. We are not far from home. Oh, I forgot this car's quick. Okay, I'm rattling a lot, but it's together. And we are almost home. Heel toe into second. My blinker's out. I forgot to put that in. Oh my gosh, we are home. We can coast from here if the car dies. Full lock left, not rubbing. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry for the bad angles, but we did it. My heart is pounding so hard. Oh my gosh. Okay, something on the front left is slightly rubbing. I don't care. I see my garage. Garage. Home sweet home. Let's get you in. Oh my gosh. We took it on the road. Can you hear this? Oh, it's so smooth. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the car died. Oh my goodness, that just happened. Oh, now it won't even come back on. Interesting. Looks like we have a new problem for the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.